All right, here with head coach Lou Snelling from the Bowling Green track team. Just phenomenal performance. Again, indoor and outdoor championship now. Just what are your emotions after this outdoor championship victory? Something that hasn't been done since 1981.
Just, a lot of pride, and really every facet of the program. Just so much pride. It was just it's a gritty weekend for us in terms of we had a lot of ups and downs. It wasn't a perfect run sort of thing, and there's so many moments where we were down, and they just made the decision to not accept that, right, and fight back. And there's so many events where that happened, so many moments. So just so proud of just how gritty we were this weekend.
When was the exact moment that you knew in your head that we're going to win this?
We were getting deeper today, and as kind of the 8 was starting to hit, and there was a few other things with the 100, it was kind of starting to hit. It was right about then where you could see it happening. I mean, we knew we had a chance, right? But Kent and Eastern, we're just going to be so tough. But yeah, right about the middle of the day.
And this is your 14th year here.
Yeah.
At outdoors, you guys, I think in your tenure, had never gotten higher than 4th. A lot of middle, end of the pack finishes. Just what was it about this year that managing the moment, as we talked about before, and just it all coming together for this victory?
I think there's just so many pieces that it's not one thing, because to make something like this happen, so many things have to go the way you want it to, right? And so many people have to buy in. It's obviously the team, right? And all the time, the effort they have to put in, the staff as well, the support staff. We just look really different now than we did 14 years ago, right? And that's been that's taken a lot of time to kind of get to this point. But that's a big piece of it. It's just there's so many people here, pushing in the right direction. That wow.
I think did you guys get 1 point your first year?
Yeah.
I think and then now it's all 12th out of 12 teams now first. In that 14 years, how's the culture changed?
It's been a grind, and it hasn't been perfect, right? There's been ups and downs. We've had good moments, and we've taken some steps backwards. The culture has been a big part of that. Again, just kind of what we're putting around the program, the coaching staff. I'm just so grateful for the coaching staff, both current and past, right? Because there's all of our footprints and handprints are on this thing, right? But there's people that aren't here right now, so many different people, whether it's coaching staff or support staff or past athletes that just have such a big hand in this thing. And it's kind of crazy when you really think about it. But yeah.
And it seems like this year, just the sprints and the jumps in particular just really came together, more so than maybe in past years just combined. Speak to what that group has been able to do with Reggie as coach and just so many great performances, especially today.
Yeah, I mean, balance has been our thing, has been our goal, right, from the beginning. And we didn't start off there. We were so throws heavy, and it was so cool, with some of the things that happened in that time. Sprints, it kind of been a little bit up and down, and over the last 5 years, really started to build into something that's been pretty impressive. We cover so many different areas, which is so hard for a coach to do. And Coach Reggie, works incredibly hard to kind of figure that out. And because you're talking about, again, just so many different events and types of events, and but it's so pivotal to win this sort of thing, right? Is we have to be everywhere. I mean, we scored in every event today, I think except for one. Right? 400. So every event except for one. So it's just been cool. And obviously the triple has been the catalyst for us this year in terms of both the indoor and the outdoor championships. Indoors, it was a moment where we really started to catch some momentum and put some big points up. And outdoors, just starting off day 3 that way, and just again, just the grittiness and the energy that kind of came from that. I mean, that group is a cool group, and I'm really appreciative of what they're doing.
Now, how about that mid-distance and distance group just really stepping up big time? Yesterday, well, really throughout all 3 days. Started with a 10K on Thursday, and then today with the 5K too.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. They just covered a lot of events and had a huge impact. Rachel Withrow and Regina starting us off in the 10 on Thursday night, just probably doing some things they shouldn't have done, right? Putting themselves in places they really shouldn't have, and again, just so great, and for Rachel to make that second place happen, and Regina, it was kind of a redemptive race from last year, and I think that was part of kind of us getting a little bit of momentum. But then you fast forward to today, and obviously Kylie winning her second 1500 meter crown as just a junior. I mean, I don't know if that was necessarily the game plan, but some things happened and opportunities were presented, and she took advantage of it. Reese coming back with some points in that race, and then it was just a freshman squad in the 8th, true freshmen. Rachel Hoover being 6th and Reese 4th, just true freshmen, right? Again, kind of putting themselves in places that maybe they shouldn't have, and I was really hoping Rachel Hoover would get Freshman of the Year. I think she was so close there, and that would have been the trifecta for us with Reese indoors in Lexi and Cross. But yeah, and then 5K, Kylie finishing off with the runner-up there. I mean, it was just, couldn't ask for any more from that group.
Last one here. So with that indoor victory, something that hadn't been done since '99.
Yeah.
Now outdoor since '81, and
yeah.
You've been here just for so long, and just the history of the program and how successful there's been some individual athletes throughout the years and all that. Just what does it mean to the team to get both of those in the same calendar year, and just something that's just never been done here before?
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard. It's just so hard. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it a little bit right now in terms of we just did that. I mean, 1981 was the last time, and the first time there was, a MAC championship on the women's side. That's the highest point total I believe we've ever scored at a MAC championship. Just to win one, but to do both in a calendar year is it's so hard to maintain that focus, and you just have to give so much credit to the girls in terms of being able to maintain that and kind of believe and buy into and just keep working and keep getting through the adversity, and just so gritty to make that happen. But it's so hard, and I'm so appreciative of them, of the coaching staff, the support staff, the administration. We were just at President Rogers' house on Monday, looking forward to another trip back there again. So there's so many people that are involved to make this thing happen, and I'm just so grateful for that.